Well, everybody, I've just stopped for a bit of lunch. Nice Caesar salad. I'm trying to have them every day these days. So, long time no see here on the channel. So thanks very much, guys, for checking out this video because it's been such a long wait. We've been absolutely really busy all the time. But I'm gonna have to do things slightly different. We've been busy, and we're not necessarily more profitable, and I think there's loads of lessons to be learned in that, and I think that it's something that people often mistake, whether it's buying of equipment or employees or stuff like that. The turnover doesn't necessarily mean profit. So for instance, if I send a guy out for the day and he goes and he gets €250 minus his wage for the day, let's call it €100, leaves 150. Well, the VAT on that 250 might have been 30 or 40 euro. So take 30 or 40 euro more off of that, you're down to 110. 20 diesel, you're down to 90. Minus the time for the girls in the office to organise that day, maybe take another 20 or 30 euro, you're down to 60. Minus some chemical for him for the day, if he was doing carpets or something like that, and you're really bringing it down. Holiday pay, a tenner. PRSI government charge, a tenner. You're down to nothing at the end of the day. So I suppose we've been really busy and we've planned bigger days, but if something's gone wrong and that job hasn't been able to be done, we've just had a bit of bother like that, as well as there's been a few accidents in people's houses. One of the guys who's trained, who's no longer with us, really specialised in doing the carpets and upholstery, and a couple of times there was damage done to floors and stuff like that that weren't completely his fault, but there was still damage done, and between a few different people we've had to reimburse and spend longer time there and stuff like that, it's cost us big money. So this year I'm having to do the stuff a bit different, that I have to work out the profitability. Like, I've still been bringing the lads on some of the days, but there's just some of the days that it's just not worth bringing them on. And it's because those jobs aren't profitable enough to bring employees. So, for instance, yesterday we did a factory and we did a few PVC cleans and stuff like that, and we made good turnover, and it was well worth having one of the lads there for the day. And again, that's not easy to do because not every employee would be happy with only getting part-time hours, but that's what I've had to do. So our carpet machine broke over Christmas, and what we've actually decided is to stop the carpet clean division, and I had to let the carpet cleaner go. And that was down to the machine being broken and the investment on a new machine. And it was also down to the damage that had been caused in the last while, costing our company big money. So the line wasn't profitable. Again, the days were 250 days, and it just wasn't profitable to send somebody out in a van by themselves for that. So if you're thinking of taking on somebody, if you make a multiple of that, it's definitely worth it to you. If you need help, like on the PVC jobs, if you've got jobs that are at a height, or you've got jobs where you need somebody else to be warning the passing traffic of stuff, like there are going to be jobs, but then price them appropriately, and you put in holiday pay, uniforms, and other issues with employees and mistakes that they might make planning their work. Actually calculate the cost of the employee and think to yourself, oh, I've got a €400 day, so I'll make good money out, and that's fair enough. But if you send them out for a €200 day or £200 day, actually work out, minus the VAT, minus everything, what are you making on them at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I've had to do, because there were days last year that I was sending them out and turnover would come in, but after you pay everything, the profit wasn't there. And again, that wasn't always planned like that. You know, the day could go out and the last customer for no reason at all at 3 o'clock could cancel, and there's no one else that on short notice you could put out into that slot. And that just kept on happening so many times. So we're going back to kind of a simpler system where I'm doing a lot more of the manual work, but we're focusing on costs, and we will be bringing employees with us, but they last year that they fluctuated from part-time to full-time, and this year they might have to fluctuate just more on the part-time, because again, if you say, I don't know what you earn in a day, but if you earn 200 in a day, 250 in a day, if you bring somebody and you make only the extra amount of their salary, is it worth bringing them? So if you earn 250 in a day and you bring them and you make 350, but with holiday pay, insurance and everything, they cost you that 100, well then you're back to going at the same, you're making the same profit as if you went out by yourself. So it's all that kind of stuff to figure in, but at the same time it's a really hard balance, because you want to grow, you want to progress in your business, you want it to get away from just needing you. So I don't want it to go back to just myself, but at the same time, if there's divisions that aren't profitable because the turnover is there but the profit isn't, well then you have to ask questions. And even the work, like if I don't work on a certain day and I send one of the lads out by themselves, there's days that will be profitable even sending them out because the turnover will be high. But there's other days that it's just not worth sending them on that round because the turnover, for whatever reason, isn't as high. And I suppose that's something we focus on an awful lot, because we focus on just areas of our round. So that's how we make our money. Our prices really aren't a whole pile different from other people in the area. But what we do, and we do really well, is 2 pole systems, so we get through jobs in a shot. And as well as that, what we do is we group our houses next door to next door to next door. So there is no break. There is no driving across town. We don't start at 10 o'clock in the day. We start at 8 o'clock in the day, and we just fill every day. But you soon realise when you get VAT bills in and PRSI payments and stuff like that, you soon realise the cost and making sure that the profit is more and making sure it's worth your while. And you have to have employees that are okay with that they don't mind it being part-time. Because my guys, I'm sure, would prefer full-time, but it is only part-time and it is what it is. But I have to run it in a way that's profitable for me. Now, if I get other big jobs this year that I need them on, I'll have to make sure that it covers the cost of having them and that there's a profit out of having them at the end of the day. Because there's no point in having them just to give employment. The whole point is that we step away from being as needed in our business and we make a profit out of them. So that's the change for this year. I'll put up a few shots of what we've been doing. I've been very busy out myself all the time, and you know what, I'll have to take a few more videos, because thanks to all you guys that are writing saying you missed them all, and I hope you're having a great weekend.